story dates back to the end of 1997, when police in the remote areas of Louisiana, USA, began discovering one body after another. These were not ordinary cases. The victims had their hands and feet bound, their lower bodies unclothed, and had been treated with extreme brutality. All the victims were young men. Questions quickly began to arise. Who was behind these crimes? Why were these boys being targeted? Determined to find answers, the police launched a full-scale investigation. However, it took them nearly 10 years to finally catch the brutal and cunning killer. That monster was Ronald Joseph Dominique. So why was Dominique targeting young men? How did he manage to commit so many murders? How did he evade the police for so long? And how was he finally caught? Let's uncover the full story of how an ordinary boy turned into a psychopathic killer. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the Crime Flux channel and press the bell icon. Ronald Dominique was born on January 9, 1964, in Thibodaux, Louisiana, USA. He was the youngest among 6 siblings. His parents were very poor and worked hard labor jobs to support the family. Growing up in such difficult conditions, Dominique completed his graduation in 1983 and later enrolled at Nicholls State University to study computer science. However, he soon lost interest and dropped out. One major reason behind this was his unusual behavior. Even during school, Dominique was very different from other children. He preferred to stay alone, avoided conversations, and rarely interacted with others. He also struggled with obesity from a young age, which made him a target of bullying. Other students mocked him, ragged him, and excluded him from social activities. He didn't participate in sports and avoided making friends. As a result, he became isolated and withdrawn. During this lonely phase, Dominique began questioning his identity. Some students discovered this and started calling him names, making him a subject of ridicule throughout college. Eventually, he dropped out and began wasting his time. As the saying goes, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. This proved true in Dominique's case. With no degree, no job, and no companion, he began engaging in disturbing behavior. On June 12, 1985, he was arrested for making obscene phone calls to a stranger. He was fined $5. After this incident, his siblings forced him to work, but he couldn't hold a job for long. He started living with relatives and frequently got into trouble, even landing in jail multiple times. His first major crime occurred on August 25, 1996. While staying at his sister's house, a young man suddenly broke a window and ran out naked, claiming Dominique had assaulted him and tried to kill him. Police arrested Dominique, and he was fined, but later released due to lack of evidence. After being acquitted, Dominique began a deadly killing spree. His first confirmed murder was in July 1997. He lured a 19-year-old boy named David Mitchell and later killed him. 2 days later, David's body was found in a water-filled ditch. Since there were no visible injuries or signs of drugs, police initially ruled it as drowning. However, David's father insisted he was a strong swimmer. Despite further investigation, no suspect was found. In December 1997, Dominique killed again, luring another young man with the promise of drugs. Over the next few years, the murders continued. 4 victims in 1998, 3 victims in 1999, 2 victims in 2002, 1 victim in 2003, 2 victims in 2004, 7 victims in 2005. By now, police realized a serial killer was on the loose. The media gave him a name, the Bayou Strangler, because most killings happened around Louisiana's bayou areas, and victims were often strangled or bound. Despite the pattern, the killer remained unidentified. In October 2006, Dominique committed his 23rd murder, killing Christopher Satterfield. Witnesses saw Christopher last with a man in a black SUV, but police couldn't trace the vehicle or identify the suspect. The breakthrough came in November 2006. Dominique targeted another man, Ricky Wallace. He befriended Ricky and lured him with drugs and the promise of a woman. Dominique then claimed his girlfriend liked tying people up during intimacy. However, Ricky had heard about the murders and grew suspicious. He refused to be tied up and managed to escape. He immediately reported everything to the police. At first, police doubted him due to his past, but his persistence convinced them. They brought Dominique in for questioning. Although he denied everything, police took a blood sample. This decision changed everything. DNA testing matched Dominique's sample with evidence collected from multiple victims. With this crucial proof, police gathered more evidence and issued an arrest warrant. On December 1st, 2006, Dominique was arrested at a homeless shelter. During interrogation, he initially denied the crimes, but later agreed to cooperate, on the condition that he would not receive the death penalty. Authorities agreed. He then confessed to all 23 murders, providing detailed accounts of how he committed them between 1997 and 2006. But one question remained. Why? Even after extensive interrogation, no clear motive emerged. Experts believe he killed for personal gratification and control. He often targeted vulnerable individuals, drug users, or those living secret lives, knowing their disappearances might not draw immediate attention. Most of his victims were African American men with limited social support, making them easier targets. On September 24, 2008, Dominique was found guilty and sentenced to multiple life terms, without the possibility of parole. Today, he remains imprisoned in Louisiana. For years, Dominique managed to evade capture by carefully choosing vulnerable victims and leaving minimal evidence. But eventually, justice caught up with him. He is now considered one of America's most notorious serial killers. So, what do you think? What punishment should he have received? If you like this story, don't forget to like and share. And if you haven't subscribed to Crime Flux yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon. Stay tuned for more real crime stories.